We will be reading through the columns, however the reading is very fluid, so you may pick up a message over here that actually matches one in the corner, so feel free to move the messages around and connect them with another one as you are particularly connected to or piques your interest. With this first one here, the Page of Pentacles, Appreciation and Wedding, well, that's a really positive row to begin with for a start. So the Page of Pentacles is often known about opportunity or something happening coming to you. The pages are initiators in life. They're strategic, either people or energies around us that often start something off. Some of you may have been contemplating starting a new business or applying for a new job or sending your CV out there or pondering on ways to make more money or invest your money. And often when the page is around, this is something that can happen. So that seems like a positive, opportunistic way to start your month for May. The other perspective of the page, as we said, he could be a person and he could be very much like yourself, so the earth sign person. He may be a younger person and possibly a younger male person. So for some of you, this might be your friends or it might be your children or your siblings who you are thinking of at this particular time, and they may be in your life. They may have turned up suddenly, or you may be spending more time with them than usual, and it feels as though there's appreciation around this matter, which is what this card is. It usually signifies a deep appreciation of your worth in life, of the value that you offer others one way or another. Again, this could be value at work or value as friendships. And with the wedding card beneath, there could be this whole appreciation from a partner or family members, or some of you may be going to a wedding or a function similar, like a happy celebration, and you may be meeting these family members you haven't seen for a while, or this young Page of Pentacles, and you just all have this wonderful connection of love and appreciation for each other. The wedding card is of itself a testament to our devotion and service and union and respect within a relationship. The message was originally intended within the relationship of a wedding. So for some of you, this could literally be either an invitation to attend a wedding or an invitation to be married, or it could be your own wedding or a family wedding that you're going to, or friends. And if it's not, it could also be a message to say that there is possibly appreciation for you within your intimate romantic relationship, and perhaps that's being shown back to you right now, or perhaps you don't feel there is, or you haven't noticed it, or you are pondering it. It feels as though you could say to yourself, hey, actually, I think people do appreciate me, and I think they do value the worth I am within a family unit or society or community. So again, I've said this in a couple of the other readings, it's the card mix that I'm using that seems to give off such huge extrapolation of meanings within the reading. So it's possibly been an odd dynamic of cards for me to pick. There's many, many different conjunctive meanings for each card and each row and each layer as we go through them. So I think, as I said at the beginning, it's important that you pick which references you most specifically and see how you feel into the situation. I also say check your rising and your moon signs, because you might find some really interesting information within those as well. Let's move to the second row. We have the King of Swords, or the second column. The King of Swords, the Goddess of the Moon, and at the bottom, be honest with yourself. So again, guys, this could be a situation around an air sign person, possibly a male air sign person, but it doesn't have to be. Now, sometimes these people relate to someone that you associate communication with, such as a lawyer or legal documentation or legal implications in life. It can also be something like an accountant or the tax man or a real estate agent or a banking manager. So there could be something along those lines with some of you, and you might be pondering, am I feeling right about this situation that I might be thinking of signing up into or moving into or communicating with someone? And it feels as though with the Goddess of the Moon, that insight or knowledge which has been previously hidden is there and available for you if you look a little bit deeper. And I think if you look a little bit deeper around these subject matters where this air sign person could be involved, and remember this could be like a close relationship or friends or family as well, or work, it can be anything. But if you take a little bit of a closer look around any questions you've got regarding a situation with this type of person, or a dealing that you're about to be doing with them, or pondering should you sign something or buy something or invest in something, you're going to find some sort of answers that were not previously either available, or you didn't see them, or they were being hidden. Now that could come back to being down here, this be honest with yourself, that might come back to you saying, well, I'm wondering if this is the right thing to do anymore. So I think the further you explore a situation that surrounds this person or energy or type of people or type of situation, the more that you will become more connected with your own gut feelings, your instinct, your ability to perceive whether it's a situation that's good for you or not. It could be a relationship, it could be a new relationship coming. You might meet this person, and again you might be thinking, well, do I want to be in a relationship? Do I think he's the right person for me? This could also involve a current relationship that some of you might be having problems with, and you are wanting to find enlightenment as to how to deal with it, or why the problems have arisen, or what's going on. And this again could be something down here about honouring your own true integrity values. So if there is something in your life that doesn't feel to fit the key properly at the moment, don't necessarily push it, but expand on the opportunities of finding an answer and finding a way to solve it before you push yourself into something that you could possibly regret. We come down, coming back to the goddess of the moon, it's a little bit like a traditional tarot card. So it often tells us about our health in terms of things going on at night or feeling possibly out of balance. It's a card that also talks about the need for balance. So sometimes this can be referring to our physical health. So it's a time to ponder about balancing our bodily needs and our hormone needs and our emotional needs, and to make sure that they're all in balance. When we connect with the light and the dark, and the day and the night, and the male and the female in us, the yin and yang type cycles in life, when we've got that all in balance, flow is so much more available and quick and ready and inspirational. So sometimes there can be a blockage at some level when the goddess of the moon card comes, but when you connect with it, there's this powerful surge of energy about finding insights and doors and pathways and availability to move on to something fresh. Let's come to this one here, and we have the Knight of Cups, cornucopia, and an opportunity to forgive. Again, I would suggest to you guys that this is a fairly enlightening row. You know, these are positive cards down here. The first two can represent literally the energy of love in our life, and in real terms, love should surround everything around us anyhow, love and light. But the Knight of Cups is known as sometimes the proposition of love coming to you, or someone who offers that generous support or energy or vibrational context of love. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be community love, friend love, love that supports you or nurtures you when you need it most. It can be, of course, romantic love as well. So when this card is around, there's a feeling of happiness, you know, like that slight euphoric bliss. You may be meeting someone or about to meet someone who really connects with you, and you connect with them, and a great feeling of happiness and joy can be brought about through relationships that are connected via the heart. And we come down to the cornucopia, and we see this number 11 it is, but it's this beautiful card of a wealth of bliss and harmony type energies and magic, and in a forest with butterflies and angels and fairies and food and harvest and the rays of the sun. It basically is like the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card in this deck. So it's saying that you are being sated, you are finding fulfillment, and this can be in any area of your life. So love, wealth, health, happiness, any spiritual involvement, anything that you've been particularly focusing upon. And of course we had that in your words, intention, focus on what it is you want, and spend energy focusing on the things that you want, because you will get great flow from that. Well, this is the card of great flow, and it can often come about when you have been putting something to work in the background and the wheels have been turning and your dreams have been formatting and they've now been implemented a little bit. So this person could be, as I say, a romantic person coming into your life, or it could be a family member, again, a slightly younger person possibly, and a water sign energy person that you might be spending time with or connecting with or reconnecting with as well. It could be a family member like a younger sibling or a cousin or a nephew or a niece or something along those lines. And there may have been something previously where there was a patchiness around the relationship, but it might be healing a little bit. So there might be this opportunity to have this person come back into your life and for you to feel, my God, everything's flowing. So yes, we are moving into the cycle of forgiveness and forgetting and supporting each other again. For some of you, it definitely is. Someone's coming back, or you're reconnecting, or you're allowing something in the past that separated you one way or another, whether it was a physical argument, or it was a differing of belief systems, or a differing of where you wanted to head in the future. But it feels as though there's a reconnection and a regathering, which could be quite joyous and joyful. So some of you, this is new people coming in, and for others, it's feels like family members who you might be reconnecting with after a time apart, and there is this wonderful feeling of, I'm just so happy about it, and you seem to let go of what might have been a grudge or holding on to an annoyance or a grievance about it all. So it feels really, really positive. We come here next to the last one, the Queen of Rods, then the strategy, and the what do you desire. So the Queen of Rods is again, she's probably a person, or possibly she can be a middle-aged type woman often, and she can be a fire sign energy. However, this could be some of you with a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign. If it's someone in your life, she can sometimes be an employer or a friend, or possibly something like a sister. She has really creative passion. She's a great person to go to for ideas, for stimulating things, for firing things up, for starting projects. So this could be, again, for some of you, the starting of something new in your life, like a project that you've been burning away and wanting to kick into action. She can be the card that ignites this fire and kicks you into the action. So she could either be that energy that you will pick up and fuel yourself, or she could literally be someone who comes in and helps this to happen. So as I say, she could be a family member or possibly a potential employer as well. Overall, she's a fairly positive card, unless you've had an issue with her, in which case there could be fireworks. So there could be a mending of things that need doing, or changing towards how you're dealing with her, or the strategies may need changing. And that's the card underneath. A strategy basically is very similar to what the picture on here shows us. This is a journal and there is a pen there. So strategies can be about realigning something or pathway that you're heading on, or that you've become stuck with, or a situation or a person, and you need to, the card when it turns up is telling you need to change the way you're either looking at something or dealing with it or planning it. So quite literally, and we talked about the dream journal over here, and you're getting another message about journaling here, it could be really powerful for you guys to be writing things down in the month of May. And as you write things down, like ideas or situations or plans, you go back and read them a little while later, like a few days or a day or a week or whatever, and you often go, I think I can add to that, or I can extend on it, or, oh, I think I should take that out. So diarising or journaling can be very, very powerful, and it can also even give you the words that you need to say or to paraphrase in a situation, or with a person, or with an application, or with a legal term or thing that's going on. So the strategy could be worthwhile for you, and it could be really important. It also ties in a little bit with the one down the bottom when it says, what do you really desire? Again, sometimes we get a bit lost. We have so many things that are on our mind. We want to, lose weight, or find a bigger house, or find a better job, or find more spiritual connection, or find a partner. And there's all these things whirring around in our mind, but which one is the one that we truly desire? So when you take the time to focus on one specific with more intention and more strategy and more passion, which is what this Queen of Rods is. So when you get all that going, your desires are far more likely to turn up and appear like your cornucopia. All this over here, and it's also golden looking, even this gold down here in this card, has the feeling of gold dust in the air for you Virgos. So it feels as though there's some appreciation coming your way from people. It feels an active, busy month in May, as if you're seeing a lot of people or hearing from them, or they're involved in your life, or their energies are what you pick up. So you're not acting so much in your normal, Virgo way. You might be tempted to be more communicative or more passionate or more, loved up or something. So there's a whole heap of stuff going on for you in May that opens doors, brings in love, brings in a bit of happiness, brings in some ability to allow forgiveness and any grudges or stuff that have been held on, and moving on and being truthful to yourself and aiming for your desires. So I think you've got a golden reading, guys. It's really beautiful colour tones and palettes. It's very pretty, and there's a lot of special messages in the reading for you. So thank you for joining me, Virgo. I do wish you a wonderful May, and feeling the love and the successes, and planning some new strategies to take you forward into the rest of the year.